Just as quickly as we began, we are now in round 2, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to the Qantas Airlines Grand Prix of Australia. It's round number 2 of Season 1 of the SMortorsports Formula S World Championship. Good day, everyone. My name is Sebastian Cortez. It's good to see you all. We're coming to you live from Melbourne, Australia, around the Albert Park Street Circuit, with 14 turns, nearly 3.3 miles in length. This is an exciting event we have in store for you today, folks. 5 laps await to challenge 22 of the best drivers in the world around the Albert Park Street Circuit. And before the action begins, let me walk you through your starting grid. Starting on pole position for Hyundai will be Sergio Morales, who is looking to turn things around after a bit of a messy Las Vegas Grand Prix. Diego Vasquez will join him on the front row. In row 2, a pair of AMCI veterans in Andretti Cadillac's Right Guy Hinchcliffe, joined by Mercedes' Tristan Tobin. M. Ridwan and Angel Morales for Alpine and Dodge respectively will line up 5th and 6th. Lining up 7th and 8th will be Valerie Paredes and Tina Namian for McLaren and Audi respectively. And in row 5, John Fitzgerald for Red Bull and last time out's winner in Las Vegas, Lizzy Salem, will line up 10th today. In row 6, Jimmy Spock and Dylan Baptista will line up there, with Aiden Yoder and Kayleen Pham. The former actually finished on the podium in Vegas. Brie Lee and Luis Paredes will line up in 15th and 16th, with Ricardo Bautista and Min Kim, an all Aston Martin row right there. In row 10, Amelia Ann Fuchs and John Wagner will line up 19th and 20th, with John Whitaker and Brendan Fluxman riding shotgun in the field for today's event. They'll have quite a bit of work cut out for them today to make up some ground. Right, here we go then. The Australian Grand Prix is just moments away from starting. Here's Lizzy Salem's team making final checks on her car as we get set to go here. The 5 lights are on here. It's almost time to go racing here in Melbourne. And it's lights out and away we go. And Diego Vasquez gets a good start, so too does Sergio Morales, but it looks like Vasquez might have gotten a better start of the two, as he will overtake Morales going into turn 1. Everyone through turns 1 and 2 cleanly. We'll see how they fare out going into turn 3. Morales having to hang on behind Diego. And Tristan Tobin, did you see that? That was quite a risky move from the number 22 Mercedes. And his teammate at Mercedes, Brendan Fluxman, has gained almost 2 spots, but he is making up some ground right from the start. Let's hop on board with him as he makes a bit of contact with Amelia and Fuchs. Now he's got 2 spots up. Pretty good start for Brendan Fluxman considering he started dead last today. We'll have to keep an eye on both of those Mercedes cars as they go through the field throughout the course of this race. So a clean start here in the Qantas Airlines Australian Grand Prix. So far so good as Brendan Fluxman starts hunting down the Aston Martins of Min Kim and Ricardo Bautista here. And he's going to get both of them pretty easily. Not much competition. Trouble down there. That is Aiden Yoder, I believe. That is Aiden Yoder. That's car number 44. He looks like he's made contact with another vehicle. We're not quite sure who it was. But the good news is he's able to continue as we see John Fitzgerald also off track. And it looks like he too is fine to continue, but Aiden Yoder, that might be the end of his race, at least as far as contention goes, because he is still driving. Oh, look at the front wing. That will require a pit stop. Yoder is in the pits now, getting a wing change. Unfortunately for car 44, that will be the end of his race win contention, but he's still in this race, so bravo to him for keeping it running. John Fitzgerald was also involved in that incident, so it looks like he's also lost plenty of ground, but up front, Tristan Tobin is making up some ground, but also simultaneously losing it. So he's on both sides right now, and he's trying to make up some ground as he's lost to Hinch and to Ridwan. So let's hop on board the number 19 Mercedes of Tristan Tobin, who is currently behind Alpine's M. Ridwan, and DRS is now enabled, so that should allow for some ground making here. We're going to see if he's going to try. No, he will not. In fact, Valerie Paredes will actually make a move to his outside. And she will keep 6th place. Tristan Tobin drops to 7th. But he will regain a position against Tina Namian, who's now fighting him for 8th. A little bit of contact there between the Audi of Namian and the Mercedes of Tobin. But 7th place now goes to Tina Namian, as Valerie Paredes gets the fastest lap of the race thus far. Tristan Tobin struggling a little bit out there. We'll have to see if he can make up that ground in the meantime. So let's run you through your top 5 for the time being. That's Sergio Morales, Diego Vasquez, Angel Morales, Valerie Paredes currently in 4th, and Raigai Hinchcliffe currently in 5th. Next up are M. Ridwan, Tina Namian, and Tristan Tobin down in 8th, with Dylan Baptista and Jimmy Spog now rounding out your top 10 for the time being as John Whitaker. We are now following the 15 Andretti Cadillac car, who is chasing down Amelia Ann Fuchs in the Audi, who's currently running in 18th. Remember that it looks like he may have been involved in that incident early on, which took Aiden Yoder and John Fitzgerald out of race 1 contention, as we did see the camera immediately pan to him right after. So I can't confirm, but that car looks perfectly fine in one piece, so he might be able to make a move here. He's down the outside of Amelia Ann Fuchs as another car pulls over. That is that's Min Kim actually, who pulled over. And Whitaker will go up to 17th, so well done, John. Jimmy Spog, let's follow him for a little bit. That's Aiden Yoder's teammate at Toyota in car number 78, who's currently running in 10th. We're now entering 2 laps to go here in Australia, and the battles are really getting heated up as Dylan Baptista is trying to make a move here, and Bree Lee's catching up, but up front, it's Diego Vasquez versus Sergio Morales for the lead. Diego's going to go for it down the outside, and he will take it for right now. I said for right now because Morales is still right next door. Meanwhile, further back, John Whitaker trying to make up some ground as we see this battle here, riding on board with Angel Morales, seeing his brother Sergio fight Diego Vasquez for the race lead right now. This battle's going to get interesting as we're entering the DRS zone pretty soon. So we'll see if one or the other takes advantage, as that's Valerie Paredes making a move to the outside of Angel. Where did she come from? As DRS zone, we are now approaching it. We'll see which one of these can make the most of it, as we can see Valerie Paredes using it to her advantage, trying to catch up to Serge and to Diego. So, it's Angel Morales' time to hang on, or actually not hang on, just make a move, he says, as he's going to go down the outside for 2nd place now, as he now fights his brother Sergio for 2nd. A little bit of contact there between the Dodge and the McLaren as we come to the white flag here in the Australian Grand Prix. 1 more lap to go, and Diego Vasquez is leading, at least momentarily, as Morales takes the lead and Valerie Paredes is right behind. This looks very much like a NASCAR race, if you ask me, with one car following the other, and look at this. 4 cars behind Sergio Morales as Raigai Hinchcliffe joins the battle. So, Valerie Paredes currently runs in 4th with Diego Vasquez ahead, and the 2 Morales brothers, Sergio and Angel, fighting for the lead. Now for the race win, I should mention, as we ride on board with Raigai Hinchcliffe, who's joined in the battle. If any of those 4 ahead of him mess up, that could be Raigai Hinchcliffe's chance to pounce. But he's got to hold off M. Ridwan, who's also joining in the fight. So now it's a 6-way battle for the lead, as look at Ridwan's speed. That is incredible. Now he's trying to take over Valerie Paredes' 3rd place. Angel Morales currently leads, but Sergio has DRS. It's Dodge versus Hyundai over here. It's brother against brother going into the last few corners of the race. And Sergio's going to take the lead down the outside. Can he hold on to it for just a few more corners? He's got a pair of Dodge cars behind him. We'll see if he can hold them off as we round the final few corners of this event. Going into the last corner of this event, Sergio leads. Angel tries down the inside, now he tries down the outside, and down to the start-finish line straight, it will be Angel Morales getting this race win, stealing it from his brother at the last possible moment of today's race. Another incredible finish, this time between brothers. And in another photo finish, Angel Morales wins by 1/100th of a second ahead of his brother Sergio. And Diego Vasquez, the other Dodge driver, will come home in 3rd place, completing the podium. So it's a 1-3 finish for Dodge. Ridwan for Alpine will come home 4th. Valerie Paredes keeps the fastest lap and finishes today's race in 5th place. Well, after that finish, it's time to walk you through today's race results. It's a 1-2 finish for the Morales brothers, but Angel finishes ahead for Dodge, ahead of Sergio for Hyundai respectively. The other Dodge driver, Diego Vasquez, will finish in 3rd place, so it's a double podium for Dodge. Very well done to you all. M. Ridwan will finish in 4th, Valerie Paredes 5th, Raigai Hinchcliffe 6th, Tristan Tobin 7th, Tina Namian will come home in 8th, Dylan Baptista will finish 9th, and Bree Lee will finish 10th. That is his 2nd Hyundai driver after Sergio. Kayleen Pham, John Wagner finished 11th and 12th. Jimmy Spock and Luis Paredes 13th and 14th, with last time out's winner Lizzy Salem coming home in 15th. Amelia Fuchs, John Whitaker, Ricardo Bautista, Brennan Flexman, and Min Kim will round out your top 20. John Fitzgerald and Aiden Yoder were involved in that lap 1 incident, which took them both out of race contention. However, they were able to cross the finish line, so they will be classified. As for your point standings, with today's race win, Angel Morales takes the lead of the championship. Lizzy Salem is his current championship rival, but so is M. Ridwan if you really think about it, as only 5 points separate those three. Sergio Morales and Amelia Fuchs are tied for 4th in the standings. Valerie Paredes and Aiden Yoder are 6th and 7th. Diego Vasquez and Brennan Flexman are 8th and 9th with Right Guy Hinchcliffe. As things currently stand, last driver in the top 10, but he's tied with John Whitaker, so basically, it's sort of a top 11 if you think about it. But there you have it, those are your championship driver standings as things currently stand. But we'll see how that ends up as we get ready to go to Monaco, one of the biggest car races of the year of any category out there, joining the Indy 500 and 24 Hours of Le Mans. It's time for Formula S to recreate that race, and we'll see who comes away with the big trophy in Monte Carlo. So we'll see you all over there then, but until then, be kind, and we'll see you all at the next event.